Today, I'm using Chat GPT to recommend 2 healthy recipes that I can meal prep. And while it may sound crazy to let artificial intelligence create recipes and a meal plan for me, that's probably just because you haven't seen Chat GPT yet. So for those who haven't, Chat GPT stands for Chat Generated Pre-Training Transformer. Essentially, it's a tool that uses AI or artificial intelligence. You can ask it any question and it'll respond as if it is a really smart person. And you can even ask it to write things for you. For example, I asked it to write me a song about dogs, and it generated one in just a few seconds. Pretty incredible, right? So let's go to chat.openai.com and we'll type in, can you recommend 2 healthy vegan recipes that I can meal prep 4 servings each? Now, I recently had lentils, so I'm just gonna ask and see if it can recommend another recipe. Okay, after reading this 3rd recipe, I'm thinking that the lentil recipe sounded a little bit better. So we'll just go with its original first 2 recipe recommendations. And now let's ask if it can make them oil-free. And what's really mind-blowing here is that these recipes are actually 100% AI created. I asked it where these recipes came from, and it basically said it made them up. They are not pulled from another website or recipe blog. These are ChatGPT original recipes. Okay, so we have our AI created recipes. Today we're going to make a black bean quinoa salad and a sweet potato lentil curry. So just by looking over these ingredients, I think these are gonna be pretty tasty recipes. They're at least all pretty common ingredients. I happen to have all of them on hand. And mainly I'm just hoping that these are edible, because if not, we're going to be stuck eating these not very tasty meals for the next few days. Like, rule number 1 of meal prep is don't meal prep anything you've never made before. But rules are made to be broken, right? We're gonna start with the lentil sweet potato curry because that is what is going to take the longest. And as soon as that gets going on the stovetop, then we can start the quinoa in the Instant Pot. For the spice blend, we have turmeric, coriander, cinnamon, black pepper, cumin, and ground ginger. So this is quite an interesting spice blend we've got going on here. I don't know that I would have chosen this exact combination or also these amounts. So I'm a little bit skeptical with these spices, but willing to give it a try. Okay, with the curry going on the stovetop, we are just gonna get started by cooking the quinoa. Now, you could also cook this on the stovetop if you want, but it cooks really quickly in the Instant Pot, so might as well utilize that. And now this is the pre-washed quinoa from Costco. That basically just means that you don't need to rinse it. Quinoa actually naturally has this bitter coating that you usually wanna rinse off, but this one is pre-washed. We don't need to do that. We're just gonna pour it directly into the Instant Pot. And for black beans, I just have some cooked already. I previously cooked these in the Instant Pot. If you don't have already cooked ones, you can go ahead and use canned. It's not looking like a lot of quinoa salad here. I think that we might only get 3 servings out of this, which means that the recipe was a little bit off because there should be 4 servings for this meal as well. I'm just looking at the quantity and thinking, there's no way that this is gonna be 4 servings. Even 3 is kind of pushing it. It looks more like 2 to me, but we'll make it into 3. I mean, visually, it's very beautiful. It's just looking kind of plain right now because when I requested to make the recipe oil-free, it suggested that I just use like a dressing of my choice or maybe some lime juice. So it didn't really give me a recipe alternative, and also I didn't ask for one, but let's just try it as is, and then I'll probably make my own dressing for it. I mean, it's bland, it needs a little dressing. Let's whip up a cilantro cashew cream for this. Now this recipe is actually from another video. I will link that video up here as well as in the description box down below in case you want to try it out, because I already know for sure that this dressing is going to be delicious. It is basically just cashews, or you can do a blend of cashews and white beans mixed with salt, garlic, jalapenos. And I'm just going to blend this down first to get it smooth. And now we're just going to add some lime juice and cilantro. You might find that your personal taste preferences want it a little bit more salty or spicy or limey. So I like to just taste and adjust as I go. Okay, let's go ahead and give this another try now that I've added the cilantro cashew cream in there. Oh my gosh, so much better. Adding the cilantro cashew cream on there maybe doesn't make it look the most appetizing, but it is really tasty. I actually don't mind that I'm gonna have to eat that for the next few days. Okay, it's time to try the curry. I am a little bit scared. The smell is very pungent, very, very strong smell in here. So let's give this a taste. Okay, first, I would just like to say that I think it was kind of an oversight not to include rice or some kind of grain or naan with this, because I don't usually eat curry by itself. I don't know anyone who does, but maybe Chat GPT just doesn't know that. So we'll try it plain first, and then I'll probably make a batch of rice to go with this. It's all right. Definitely not one of the best recipes I've had. Definitely not even that tasty. I probably would never make this again. I'm actually gonna have to see if I can kind of doctor it up in some way. My first initial thought is that just the spice combination is a little bit overpowering and not the best combination. It's probably too late to add any additional spices or anything like that, but I'm thinking a squeeze of fresh lemon on there and maybe also some cilantro on there will just make it a little more appetizing. But it definitely needs something to go with it, like some rice or naan or something to mask the flavor. I don't know. It's all right. It's edible. We'll eat it. I do feel like maybe the cilantro cashew cream is the best part of these two recipes. So if you want this recipe, I'll leave it right here for you guys. And even though these recipes aren't perfect, it is pretty incredible that they were completely made up by AI. It's already so smart, and it's just gonna get better from here. So go check it out for yourself if you wanna know what it's like to live in the future. And with that, let's eat plants, and I'll see you guys next time.